Hold on.
Hey. Hey. Raw vegan, my food is cooked by the sun. Wild blueberries I took like a ton. Shorty looking pretty, little Bonita apple bum. She brought me a plate of some cherries and plums. Selling on my skins, activated my DNA. I'm at the farmer's market buying everything I need today. I got natural herbs on me, I'm gonna be okay. I don't need to sit in a room with a CNA. Hey, I'm healing myself holistically, naturally. The food that I used to eat is just trashing me. I became vegan, I changed my mentality. Everything I want in life, it attracts me. Maybe someday we'll live lavishly with a property full of fig trees and apple trees. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Sunfire vegan, organic food I'm eating. I just met my soul tribe at the meeting. We've been harvesting fresh fruit the whole season. Mangoes, bananas, and grapes for the season. Hey. My food is on fire. Slice up some cedar, watermelon, and papaya. I'm sipping agua de coco, la playa. Fresh food and raising my vibration higher. I'm grounded to raise the vibration. Free your mind out the matrix and escape it. I buy coconut water by the cases. Hey, you already know.
Yo, come on, bro. Awesome. Flavor.
Yeah.
Flavor. That was dope. That was dope. Hey. That was awesome, man. Awesome. Brother, it's been a great time. Brother Kyle, it's been an amazing time here at the Texas Fruit Festival.
Definitely.
And man, just let me know, like, just initially, bro. And thank you for that freestyle, by the way. Appreciate that freestyle off the dome, off the cuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that was lyrics from my song Sunfire Vegan.
Yes.
But you know, that's an anthem right now for this raw vegan movement and everything. Yeah.
And the raw vegan movement, you know, what would you say that has been the greatest impact, the greatest influence on your life when it comes to this lifestyle? Because what even brought you to like places like this? I know you've been to, you told me about Woodstock in Florida.
Yeah.
You told me about different, you know, festivals that you've been in. This is my very first fruit festival, so I've never been to one of these. But when did you just begin this journey? Like this journey that you're on right now, that, you know, has built the culmination of Sunfire Vegan, has built the combination of, you know, you come into these communities and collabing with these, you know, just having the sensation of raising vibration. What started it all?
So I'll take it back to when I first went vegan.
Okay.
Towards the end of 2019, I was like, around that time, I was starting to get into meditation and I was learning about like sun gazing and all that stuff. And my homie had sent me an interview from Russell Simmons.
Okay.
And he said, he was talking about how he's been vegan for like 20 years and stuff, and how a lot of the first slaves were forced to eat meat, and some of them went on strike and they starved to death because they refused to eat the food. So yeah, it's crazy because my homie, he's not even vegan no more, but yeah, he was sending me like different videos and stuff.
And what was his name?
My homie Lamar Haymore. Shout out to my boy Lamar Haymore.
Shout out to Lamar.
He's still my homie now, known him since high school and stuff.
Word.
But yeah, like around that time, I was just going through like a spiritual awakening, and I started going to the supermarket and looking at the meat, and I'm like, it just started looking like we all know it's a dead animal, but it started like really looking dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I looked at a dead fish, just looking at his eyeball, and my cravings for meat and everything were just naturally starting to go away. You know what I'm saying? And then like I went pescatarian for 9 months, and eventually I got rid of the dairy, got rid of the eggs, went full vegan eventually. And
what was the most challenging part of that? Like just getting rid of dairy? Because for some people, they can let go of, you know, eating animal flesh, but when it comes to dairy, they can't let that go.
Yeah.
Like, so what was the most challenging thing for you to let go and come into this lifestyle? Like, what was the most challenging thing for you to drop?
Honestly, like, I know it might sound crazy to some people, but for me, it kind of happened like naturally. Like I said, my cravings for the foods are going away, and I just started just not wanting them. Like, it wasn't like a fight to where like, damn, like, I don't want to eat meat, or
you weren't resisting.
Yeah, like it wasn't a fight to where like I want to eat this meat, but nah, I shouldn't eat it. Like it was just like I kind of just started not wanting it anymore.
Not wanting. That's different.
Yeah,
that's
and
different.
then because
there was no resistance. You didn't have to resist the craving because the craving wasn't there to begin with.
Yeah,
you
like
stopped having the craving.
the cravings were fading away. I think another thing that helped was having all these vegan restaurants around and stuff.
True.
And like looking back on it, maybe some of it weren't the healthiest vegan food or the healthiest vegan restaurants, but once I started eating that vegan food and stuff, I was like, I don't really need meat and dairy and all that, especially after like learning about like the negatives of eating meat and dairy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then also like 2020 was a big burst in like a lot of spiritual YouTubers that are coming out.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of those YouTubers happen to be vegan and stuff, and like they'll talk about sun gazing and all this stuff and how the sun detoxes toxins out your body. And I was like, I feel like when I was like connecting to the sun, like it just made sense, because like when I'll be on more vegan food, like the sun, it wouldn't feel as hot. Like yeah, it's still hot. I was in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, where it's like 110, 115 degrees in the summertime.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the sun started becoming like more bearable. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, right now, I could run in like 110 or 115 degree weather and stuff.
Man.
But yeah, back then, like, it's 110 degrees, you go inside, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like,
It's not a question.
yeah, like,
you go
you
inside.
I didn't have that type of sun resistance while eating all those toxic foods and stuff.
Okay, so you're saying like the foods when did you figure out that it was actually the foods that was making your tolerance for the sun less?
So I had watched this one YouTuber named Vantu Cut.
Okay.
And yeah, he was talking a lot about like the sun. It's like the way he said it, like he was like, if you have all that acid in your body, the sun's gonna be like burning you up. Like he was talking about like the Matrix and how the planet's getting hotter and all this stuff, and he was like talking about how like the earth is going into like a 5D ascension and the energy on the planet is raising. And like if you have all this acid and all this type of stuff in your body, like you're really gonna start to feel it even more. So like that kind of like made me just want to, like subconsciously I just kind of knew like when I eat those foods, it doesn't give you like a clean feeling. You feel like the mucus, you kind of feel the acid and all that stuff. And then yeah, like about like 2 years in, I got rid of wheat. I stopped eating gluten and stuff.
Wow.
And after I stopped eating gluten, I had like sore muscles from playing basketball and stuff, and these injuries will always come back. They were like sore groin muscles, like they'll always, like I'll hoop and like it'll be hella sore, and like it would like hinder my movement and stuff. And after I got rid of gluten, it just seemed to fade away.
The groin pains just left you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't know if like it just happened to be a coincidence, or maybe it was the gluten, because gluten's really inflammatory for the body and stuff. Yeah, and then a couple years, like maybe like a year and a half ago, I started going to this restaurant called the Desert Roots Kitchen.
Desert Roots. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And hold on.
You good?
Started going to the Desert Roots Kitchen. I remember I walked in there and I was talking to the cashier and I was like, yeah, I made a song yesterday. And she was like, you should make a song for us. And she was kind of like playing around, but I literally took it as a serious idea. And I made a theme song for the Desert Roots Kitchen.
Oh snap.
Yeah, and actually then there's stuff I left out that I forgot to talk about. So first of all, I had met this rapper in Connecticut, where I'm from, named Jay Lonzo, at this event.
Okay.
And a couple months before that, like since I've been vegan for a little bit, I started calling myself the healthiest rapper alive.
There it is.
But I met this rapper, and he also made beats and stuff. And I remember a couple months after I met him, he had sent me a beat. And the first lines he had written were, sea moss in my smoothie, my life's like a movie.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave me an idea to like do a health conscious song. And I implemented the healthiest rapper alive slogan in the chorus of the song, because I wrote the chorus and I wrote a verse. And we created the song called Healthiest Rapper Alive. And that was like the first health conscious song I made.
So that's where it started.
Yeah, it started with the Healthiest Rapper Alive song. And then from there, eventually I started getting into these theme songs for these vegan restaurants and everything. And the theme songs I do, they're not like just jingles. I do like a full-on song with a chorus, 2 verses.
Right, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it started with Desert Roots. I like that. So Desert Roots.
Yeah, Desert Roots Kitchen, that was the first theme song.
And then it went to, you were inspired. You had a homie, he said, sea moss in my smoothie, my life like a movie.
Yeah, the Healthiest Rapper Alive song, that was before the Desert Roots Kitchen and everything.
Also.
I should have mentioned that first.
But that's what. So it started, and then it started like off of the back of that, off of the strength of that, it became a movement. It gained momentum.
Yeah, cause like
Okay.
I started meeting like other vegans and health conscious people, and they're starting to vibe with the music and everything, and especially since like there's not that much health conscious music out there like that.
That's true. That's true.
And I feel like we're doing it to where it's like not corny, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
still a vibe. So
Right.
I think that's why like it's really starting to take off and stuff.
You found your space. You know, you found like like the blue ocean. Like you found a place where there was a gap, there was a need. There's a need for this in the market. Like there's a need for this in the music. There's a need for this in the mainstream. Like a need for this in the consciousness. Like people like who hear these beats, and they're these beats that get them going. Like they bump in these beats, but it's giving them conscious affirmations. It's giving them positive vibrations, you know, and it's giving them the sensation that they can heal themselves, you know, and reveal themselves and really feel themselves on that level.
Yeah.
So it's awesome that you found that, you know, you found that lane that was already open for you because it was made for you. You know, that's dope.
Definitely. And then once I moved to LA, and once I moved there, I discovered like the alkaline vegan restaurants and learning about the alkalinity and not eating like hybrid foods and all that. And I went to an event with Dr. Sebi's son, Victor Bowman, and I was just learning so much about like healing people with herbs and everything. There were a bunch of speakers there, and it was just so dope to like meet Dr. Sebi's son, you know what I'm saying? And then I met like other people that are like alkaline vegan, like a lot of conscious people there. Even Dick Gregory's daughter was there.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Okay.
his daughter, she sung. But yeah, and then eventually, from being in California, I had met these girls at a raw vegan restaurant in San Diego, and they had told me about this raw vegan meetup, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I went to that raw vegan meetup,
Uh-huh.
and I met all these raw vegans and stuff, and then I got into like the raw vegan world and stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before you went to that meetup, did you know like these kind of places really existed like that? Like because when I was just coming into certain different wavelengths and frequencies, when it came to lessening my diet, like just really lightening up things in my consumption, I didn't know that there were places like this where people would gather and just eat fruit. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Me
there were
neither.
places like I had no idea.
Yeah.
So it was almost like I was living in a different reality, but was parallel to this reality. So it was like I was living in this place where all I knew was the people that were consuming the same thing I was consuming. But the moment that I shifted was the moment I lifted, and I went into another parallel dimension, whereas now I'm meeting folks like yourself, now I'm meeting folks like them, and everybody's working on their health, everybody's taking care of self, you know, and they're not just putting themselves on the shelf, you know?
Yeah.
So it's about like your internal wealth, you know? So I didn't even know about places like this before I lightened my diet. So was it like that for you?
Yeah, definitely. Like
Okay.
before I moved to California, like I was vegan for a little bit already, for like a couple years already, and I remember I'll tell people like, if I'm gonna date a female, she gotta be vegan,
Oh,
and
snap.
she gotta be this, gotta be that, and people are like, oh, you're not gonna find a vegan female or whatever, or like people are also saying things like, they were saying it behind my back, like other people that I know will tell me things that these people are saying, and they'll be like, oh, this vegan rap thing he's trying to do, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna take off.
Oh man.
So it's like, these people don't realize that there's a lane for all this stuff.
Exactly.
So after I went to Cali, I got deep in these vegan communities, and now it's like I meet so many health conscious and vegan women. Like, so the things these people say, like, oh, you're not gonna be able to find a woman that's like eating healthy on that. I'm like, bro, like, in my world, it's because they're living in a different world,
Right.
so they're not even coming across these kind of women or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
but once you're in this world, like, you just start meeting more and more people,
You
and
see them in abundance. They're in abundance.
yeah, and definitely there's a lot of vegan women out there. There's a big lane for this type of music, for this health conscious music. People really want it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's a demand for it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a demand for it because people stand for it.
Definitely.
You know, that's why it's a demand for it. Like, you're meeting people, like you said, you know, maybe past friends, past acquaintances, past, people who they believed in you in front of your face, but behind closed doors they thought maybe he'll fail.
Yeah.
Or behind closed doors they thought maybe this is not going to work out. Or behind closed doors they thought you're not going to get a relationship with somebody on that wave because where you going to find her? How you going to find the one, that's one vegan girl? But like you said, when you're in a different world, you see them, now you see them everywhere. They're gravitating towards you. They're attracted towards you because you're putting out that energy.
Literally.
You're putting out that vibration. Now you have the gravitation. So that's amazing.
Yeah, like definitely like you attract what you are. So like
There it is.
say like certain cities, like it's getting to the point to where every city I go to, somehow I find the good people and somehow I start networking.
Yeah.
Like I've been in Philly for like a couple weeks and I've already met a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
I've met 2 people that are like friends with Dr. Sebi.
Man.
So I feel like no matter what city you drop me off in, I'm gonna meet like great people.
You like a Splinter Cell. There was a game I used to play, brother Kyle. There was a game I used to play called Splinter Cell. I don't know if you remember.
I heard
the
of
video.
Splinter Cell.
Okay, so it's a stealth game, and Splinter Cell. There was a character on Splinter Cell. His name was Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
That was the main character, Sam Fisher. And what a Splinter Cell is basically an agent, or like he's on a mission. He has a mission. Like they task him with a duty, but they basically just bloop, like they just drop him in a random location, and he has to figure out how to complete the mission. Just randomly drop, like solo dolo. Nobody with him. He's a Splinter Cell.
Damn.
So a Splinter Cell is an agent that just gets dropped in a location, and you have to utilize all of your training to make it out and complete the mission and get back for debriefing. You know what I'm saying? So that's you. You like, yo, you could drop me anywhere in the world. I'm good.
Yeah, literally.
I go off of my vibration,
And for other people, it's gonna be a different reality. Like
Right.
other people, they're gonna get dropped off in the city. They're gonna attract all these negative situations.
There you go.
They're gonna end up in jail. They're gonna end up being shot at. They're gonna end up something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So that was a message right there, Kyle. Like when you said you attract what you are, that speaks volumes. So did you have, friends in the past where, like you gave the example of people who did attract negativity? Like were you able to witness with your eyes, like, in different places, in different spaces, like, oh wow, he's clearly attracting that, or she's clearly attracting that, but they just don't know it?
Definitely, because in my life, I've had a lot of homies go to prison.
Okay.
I've had a lot of people. I've known a bunch of people who got killed,
Man.
and like, there's a certain homie I got to where like I kind of had like a bad feeling. Like this was like a couple years before.
Okay.
And then like homie like ended up getting locked up and like probably gonna get like 20 years or something. But it's like I kind of had like some type of feeling. I tried to tell him like kind of like
Calm down.
like calm down with the lifestyle and stuff. Like
Yeah.
so it's like, and then there's also been people to where like, you know how like, have you ever met people where they talk about all the problems they went through in their dating life and all the toxicity and stuff? And I'm like, bro, like you're attracting all that stuff in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man. Did they ever respond like if you ever tried, when you tried to tell your brother, hey, like calm down with it, it's leading you somewhere, was he like kind of going against you or feeling like you was hating on him or something like that? What was the disconnect that wasn't allowing him to receive that?
I feel like a lot of people, they'll say they're kind of gonna do something like say I tell you to eat healthier and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna start eating healthier, but
Okay.
they're not like really gonna like
Yeah.
do it, or maybe they start eating healthier for a couple days and then they like fall off with it or something. So
Okay.
I think it was like more like that.
So what's the biggest thing in the way of habitual change, changing your behavioral patterns, changing your life, like changing your direction? What do you feel like is the biggest key for people when they want to shift everything in their life?
So one thing that I've heard a lot of people say is that almost everything in your life is your fault, because like you create, every action you do has like a reaction and a consequence. So it's like we create these realities, like whether it's a negative or a positive, like it's like we're creating this world, because I feel like in this world, like you have like the source energy, you have God that created everything, and then God created us, and like we're like little mini gods. So it's like we're able to create worlds, whether it's a good or bad world. That's why like two people could be living in the same city, even the same street, and they're dealing with like completely different realities, because like they don't realize they literally are the creator of the world that they're living in. So I'll say like, just try like, it has to do with like the people you bring in your life. It has to do with like the type of things you're eating.
For sure.
It has to do with the type of things you're consuming mentally, and the type of belief patterns and the words you say.
Yeah.
Cause like years ago, like I started studying like different wealth people and stuff, and they say like, say you call yourself broke or you call yourself poor, like, or you say you can't do something, whatever you say is that's what's gonna happen. So if you keep saying you're poor, or keep calling yourself broke, like you're literally gonna attract more of that. That's why like, I don't care if my bank account was like negative $1 million, you're never gonna catch me calling myself broke.
Ever.
You feel me? Yeah, cause like, I'm not like, I don't want to create that reality.
Right. You're not wired like that.
Yeah.
So I love that, just understanding the power of affirmation, the power of the recitation of information, the words that we speak. They say it becomes the house we live in. The words you speak become the house you live in. So just speaking life instead of speaking the opposite, over yourself, speaking wealth and speaking health instead of speaking the opposite. Understanding that there's power in the tongue, there's power in the words, like there's power in these things that we speak. It's not just, just stuff that we're just saying, like it's actual energy that's rebounding and compounding, and it comes back to you. It flows back in your direction. So those words can be like a form of protection. When you speak in words of life over yourself, it almost puts a layer of protection around you. When you're speaking away the negativity and you're attracting the positivity, it can start from what you speak.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is amazing, brother, that you were able to do. And did you do that by reading books? Like, did you learn about this by that, or talking to different people from walks of life? Or where were you consuming this knowledge that started to allow you to know that your words were that much more important?
So before I actually started meeting like all these high vibe people and stuff, I started on YouTube, and I would like literally just listen to YouTube for hours every day, or like listen to YouTube while I'm driving. I started off listening to like people like say Healthiest Henderson that were talking about like living a more positive lifestyle.
Hold on.
You know what Healthiest Henderson is?
Healthiest Henderson, hold on. The Chosen Ones.
Yeah.
Hold on. Healthiest Henderson. I remember light-skinned black guy, light-skinned dude. Hold on. He said, I forgot his main slogan, but I remember, and he still does it today.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got a song with Healthiest Henderson.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's crazy because like I had started listening to Healthiest Henderson in like 2019 or something, and then a couple years later, I had reached out to him for a feature, and we did a song and everything. And
Word.
Like, now I'm cool with Healthiest and stuff.
He showed love.
He's mad dope. He's cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like,
so listening to him,
him, like just like different people. Like I started off like with these guided meditations, and then eventually I started watching videos about wealth and making money, like people like Ty Lopez, and just watching like a lot of different millionaires. And then I kind of got obsessed with the information, and I just wanted to learn more. So like I started watching like wealth YouTubers about building wealth. I started watching like spiritual YouTubers. I started watching like health videos, and I feel like YouTube is like a college for me.
Seriously, it's like a whole university. You
know?
know?
And then my mindset really started shifting, and then once my mindset started shifting, I started like actually attracting these people and stuff in real life. And then now I'm like actually meeting these kind of people, because mentally I became a whole different person.
There it is.
Yeah, like there's so much. Like the internet, it could be a tool to destroy you, but because you could look up some garbage on there or whatever,
easily.
Or like you could also find information that's really gonna change your life. Because like I feel like if it weren't for YouTube, I didn't really have many people around me that are talking about wealth, or many people around me that are on a positive frequency or whatever.
Okay, so you said you were riding to it. You weren't just listening to it, just regular sitting down, but you were going to different places, still listening to videos, still listening to content, still listening to inspiration and different information.
Yeah.
And you had the assimilation of that new consciousness, that new awareness that was bringing you to another focal point or another feeling state, just for you to understand, okay, this life is possible. Like, if these people are living this life, why not me?
Definitely.
You know, like even Ty Lopez, that here in my garage, you know,
Yeah.
like all the books on the shelves and then the Lamborghinis and stuff. He knew what he was doing with his marketing. And he was advocating to people. Like, he would show, you know, the fancy stuff, but then he would bring you in. And once you came into Ty Lopez, I remember, then he would hit you with like all these different books and all these different things that he was just stressing, like reading and just feeding your mind with new knowledge. So yeah, definitely, that it sounds like YouTube was a whole college, you know,
Yeah,
for the
and
knowledge.
then say once you start watching people like Ty Lopez and stuff, the YouTube, your algorithm will start recommending like other people like that, and then you'll find other people like on the same wave, kind of.
Right.
So it's like the algorithm could work for you or work against you.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the algorithm, you know, it's based on intention too, because like you said, whatever you click on, whatever you like, whatever you click, whatever, everything gets factored into that algorithm. And it's just like, okay, I guess he likes this, I'm gonna show him more of that. And I guess he wants this, I'm gonna show him more of that. And it just keeps feeding. Don't they call Instagram, when you're scrolling, what they call the scroll, isn't it like the news feed?
Yeah.
The feed.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's feeding you literally, like
literally,
feeding your brain.
literally. And everything that you click, that's like a vote for like, yes, I want more of that.
Yeah.
Yes, I need more of this. Yes, show me more of that. And you're saying you can use it for you, or it can be used against you. Okay.
And then another thing, a lot of these millionaires, you hear them speak, and they talk about the importance of mentors, because like mentors can help you shortcut years. What would have took you 10 years to learn through trial and error, you can learn in like half a year or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think like some people are born and they're lucky to have parents or family members that could teach them about wealth and all these things. But some of us, we don't have family that teach us this stuff, or we don't have people around us to teach us all that. So if you don't have any, or you don't have money to pay a mentor or whatever, because these people, their time be a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, luckily we have the internet now to where if you have no mentors available, you can literally connect with these people on YouTube.
Right.
And like say, listen to like a person like Ty Lopez, and YouTube can be your mentor while you have like no mentors physically available to you.
And I would definitely say that I would definitely agree and side with you, brother, because there's been times where I've been watching multiple YouTube videos by a certain, you know, creator, or by a certain mentor, or by a certain guide, or somebody who's showing the way, you know, and they're talking about wealth, they're talking about conscious creation, they're talking about manifestation and words of affirmation and visualization. And when I look and I, you know, see their rates for consultations, and I'm like, I don't know about that in my pockets. But then when I've gone out on a limb and I've, you know, charged it to my card and gotten a meeting with this person, like maybe for an hour or so, and I've talked to them, bro, they basically just said the same things that they said already in the videos, but it was just like, it gave me a more of a certainty. It was like they just told me what I needed to hear. I just needed that validation and that confirmation from them that everything that they showed up in their videos, everything, it was like wholesome. It was like that individual was a real person. So a lot of times, mentorship is great for sure, but also don't take for granted the free knowledge and the free information that we have available. Like you said, brother, YouTube was like, you know, a whole university. It was like your school, you know, school of wealth building, school of knowledge building. You built a foundation and a knowledge base of information just with YouTube alone, with free content.
Yeah, literally free.
Free. You didn't have to do a whole course. You didn't have to pay all this money to do. It was free stuff that we take for granted.
Yeah. It's like YouTube can be better than Harvard, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally.
If you know how to use it.
Yeah, if you know.
And you don't abuse it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So if you choose it wisely and you don't abuse it, and you know how to use it, you never lose it. You know? That's awesome.
That's a bar right there. Boy, they just start rapping or something.
Bro, so thank you for just giving this consciousness, like helping people be cognizant of their daily decisions. What we do through repetition are habits that matter, you know, the patterns that matter, the mind that matters, and just understanding that we don't have to remain the same, that we are in constant change. And even if it feels a little strange, you know, once you break out of the pack and you go somewhere else, it can be one of the best things you can do for your health, you know?
Definitely.
So, man, this is awesome. Brother, thank you just for speaking, for
Yes,
teaching,
sir.
for
You know.
reaching. You ain't just preaching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is teaching right here.
For real.
And you inspire me, bro, because like I said, I come from a neighborhood where, I mean, there's people that were in my neighborhood that are still in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, they're still over there. They're
Where
not
you from
leaving.
again?
I'm from South Carolina.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, Columbia, South Carolina. And there's people I was there with in 10th grade, they're still there today. You know?
Yeah.
So they're not really wanting to go anywhere. And that's another thing I heard from Healthiest, you know, that sometimes the people in your environment, you know, it doesn't seem like things are really happening against them because they're not trying to go anywhere. But the moment you are going somewhere, then all of a sudden it's like the universe is having to bring the diamond out.
For real.
And it's putting all this pressure. And all this pressure is coming down on you because it's bringing the diamond out. And you decided to go somewhere that you had never been before to find something that you had never found before. So, man, thank you. That's a testimony.
Definitely. Like, I'm from Connecticut, but I lived in Arizona for a long time, like since like 2010. If I would have never left Arizona, left my comfort zone, and went to California, this whole like vegan music and vegan wave I'm doing, I don't know if it ever would have took off. And I went to California, like, say I've been out there for like a year and a half, but like within a year I have met so many people.
Man.
I had learned about the Woodstock Fruit Festival, like. It's like, I feel like my fan base like doubled within a year just from leaving Arizona and going to California.
Just from leaving.
Yeah.
Man, so the moment you decided I'm leaving, that was the moment you started retrieving.
Yeah.
That was the moment you started receiving. That was the moment you started perceiving different. You're just different. Everything's different, you know?
Yeah.
So we do different things gonna start happening for you. So y'all just definitely, you know, tune into his message. It's Kyle James
860.
Kyle James 860 on Instagram, and let them know where else they can find you, anywhere on YouTube, where they can stream your music.
Yeah, so you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, all the platforms. Just look up Kyle James. Yeah, you can also find me on YouTube. I got music videos out. Kyle James 860 on YouTube. And I'm constantly dropping music, like at least 1 to 2 songs a month. So yeah, and then now I'm starting to drop this health content and everything. So yeah, definitely tap in.
Right. It's dropping. It ain't stopping.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? We clock in.
Clocked in, getting the pop in.
We clocked in.
Making life awesome.
We locked in. We locked
in.
in. So that's, you know, tap in with the hero, Kyle James X860.
Yes, sir.
You got it. So much love, y'all. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for listening. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Keep the grateful, thankful spirit. And may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Much love. I'm here with Kyle James. We will never remain the same. Embracing constant change. And one more, thank you for that freestyle, bro. Thank you for that freestyle. Thank you for your spirit.
Yes, sir.
For letting us hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So much love, y'all. Take care. All right.
Thank you.